if I'm here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say right up front that if you are offended by the female anatomy being used for its biological purpose, unfortunately this is not the video for you, so please just keep scrolling. I don't want to offend anybody. Peekaboo. So today we're going to be talking about breastfeeding and mastitis and basically some of the things that I did and that my midwife told me to do to find relief for when I was dealing with these issues. I am not afraid or ashamed to eat in public, therefore I am not ashamed to feed my baby in public. So if you have any issues seeing a baby eating, then that's on you. I will start out by saying that this should not be taken as medical advice. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact your OB, your midwife, or your medical provider to address any concerns that you may have. Ow. I already have enough postpartum hair loss. My little monkey. I am merely stating the advice that was given to me as well as what I feel helped and did not help. And, things that could help possibly get you out of pain as well. But again, not intended to be medical advice at all. It's just, let's just say it's old wives' tales. Help! I have a clogged milk duct. What should I do? This is what I tried and in the order that I feel is best, and I will explain why. First, I tried to have baby nurse more on that particular side that was hurting. So instead of alternating every feeding, so you do like the left, right, I'm not sure if this is reversed or not, but you would do one side and then the next feeding you would do the other and then the other. So what I did is I basically doubled up. So let's just say that this guy was in trouble. So we would do this side, then the next feeding we would do this one, then the next one we would do this one, and then this one again, this one, this one, this one again, this one. You get what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, here, take this, this is so much more fun. My hair, not fun. I don't like it, not a fun ride. But this is so fun. And it helps with your little teethers too. You like my hair, don't you? Oh, so apparently if I want to continue recording this video, I have to have all my hair on this side. Otherwise, I will go bald. She's still trying to reach it. Stop! Nina! Oh my gosh. Nina's! Aside from doing the double, single, another thing that I tried is basically using the haka. So if I was feeding her here, I would be using the haka on the other side, or if it wasn't time for this one, and this is the one that had the blocked duct or mastitis, I would go ahead and put the haka here, even though she's feeding on the other side, just to try to help drain it out. You always want to make sure after every feeding that you drain as much as you can. See, I think she wants to nurse now. Okay, you win. Hold on, let mama cover. There you go. Okay. So, yes. So like right now, if this is the one with the blocked duct, she would be eating on this one and I would have the haka on the other one. That way you're constantly trying to get it out. Another thing that you really want to keep in mind is that even if you don't have mastitis, even if you don't have a blocked duct yet, it is really important to always make sure you try to drain your breast every time you nurse. I will say that now that I have an older baby, it gets very challenging to nurse and to make sure she empties it because she's so curious about everything. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I stay covered here. But she's so curious about everything. She will be hungry, she will cry for the breast, she'll latch on, and then she will look at everything around her. Even if I turn the TV off and I have a dark room, there is always something that fascinates her. So I feel like it would probably be more common to have a blocked duct or mastitis when you have an older baby or when you are getting ready to hang up your boobies for weaning. I had mastitis when she was 4 months old. I had mastitis and I actually thought I had the flu. Actually, no, I thought I had COVID at first. I felt weak, I was exhausted, I had a fever that just would not go away. I felt a lump on my left breast and it was like warm and feverish to the touch. It wasn't too red, maybe slightly, but not that much. But the weirdest thing was I could only lift up my left arm like halfway, and it was painful to even lift up my arm. And I had had mastitis in the past with my other children, but never this bad. Like, this was probably the worst I had ever had it. So obviously, like I said, my first thing to do is always to double up, and then as you're doubling up, you know, use the haka. Nothing seemed to be helping. My breast was red and hot to the touch, more so in the area that felt like a hard mass. I did the worst thing ever, and I Googled. Don't Google. Do not, don't Google. Please do not Google your symptoms. I feel like it doesn't matter what you type in there. Every single result is like, you will die. And then it sends you into like panic mode, and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So like when I Googled my symptoms, it was like risk of septic shock, because I had mastitis for so long and I did not know that it was mastitis until I called my OB, because I mean, if you thought that you had the flu or COVID, most people are not gonna call their OB. Give me 1 second. Okay. Hi. Here we go. Where's your little heart? You want this back? So, tuck that away in there. Yeah, so I really thought that I was coming down with something else, and then later on it pretty much revealed itself. So at that point, I then proceeded to call my midwife. Of course, at the point that I swallowed my pride and called her, it was after hours, so I had to wait for a call back. I decided at that point that I would try my next usual method of trying to unclog a blocked duct and try a hot shower. So basically what I do is I get in the shower and I put the water as hot as I can tolerate it, and then I just basically let it beat on that breast, and it's painful. I'm not gonna lie, it's painful. But yeah, I let the hot water like beat on that breast, and then after a while, then I'll start trying to like basically massage it out, because you can kind of feel like where the lump is, and just basically start from wherever it is and just all the way to the tip of the nipple. And then you can just try to get it out, try to get it out, try to get it out. So definitely don't forget that there's not just the top of the breast, there's the side of the breast, the inside of the breast, the underside of the breast. You wanna feel around and make sure there's nothing else that's blocked. So while you're doing all this, just go ahead and try to manually express it all out. I will say to use caution when using this method. This is what worked for me. It helped me, but usually applying heat in this aspect can actually cause further inflammation or swelling, thus worsening the issue. The other similar option that my midwife had suggested is, instead of applying the hot water directly to your breast in the shower, apply it to your back, like on that side. And then as soon as you get out of the shower, apply a cold compress with a protective layer between the compress and your skin to protect it. You don't want to get, you don't want to burn your skin from the cold. But go ahead and apply a cold compress to your breast just to try to basically help that swelling go back down. Another option that I had, don't do this unless you feel comfortable doing so, but I kind of turned the water back down to a reasonable temperature that would be safe for baby. I sat down in the tub and I had my husband hand me the baby, and I basically just latched her on. And you want to be careful, because I've done this with my other daughter. Basically latch the baby on and just gently massage it out. But be careful, because if your breast is wet, it's extra slippery and you don't want to accidentally punch a kid in the face. Don't do that. It's not funny, I'm sorry. But hindsight is 2020. 2020. But as you're sitting in the tub, especially if after you've let it, whether it be front or back, whatever option you choose, have someone give you the baby. Be careful, obviously babies are slippery when wet, more so if you have soap on them or soap on yourself. But just be careful, especially if you're sitting down. There's only so many places they can slide to. It's not like there's a fall risk or anything like that. But basically I always hold baby in between her legs. That way she's not really gonna go anywhere. But go ahead, let baby latch on and try to just drain as much as you can, gently massage it. I will say, depending on the person, I have actually read that certain people should not massage, even if it's gentle, because it can actually increase the swelling and make it worse. So it really just depends person to person, what is going to work for you and what is not. Getting out of my shower that night, and well, this is my usual routine, but getting out of the shower, I basically came over here in the bedroom and I applied a heating pad. Yikes on several bikes. I know it's supposed to be a cold compress, but hey, a heating pad is what works for me, and I felt like it cleared up. I mean, obviously not immediately, but it cleared up as quickly as it could. Somebody's sleepy. That's the problem, you're tired. I definitely put a heating pad on it, not very long, maybe 10-15 minutes at most. You don't want to leave it there too long. Again, make sure you have a protective barrier. You do not want to burn your skin. And then I tried to nurse the baby after that, just to try to find some relief with my clogged duct / mastitis. Another thing that she said basically is that gravity is your friend. Nurse on all fours. Why didn't I think of that? So basically, I'm going to show you what you do, and I think now is the perfect time because she's getting kind of sleepy anyway. So give me 1 second and I will just show you how to go about doing that. Okay, first you want to make sure that baby is in a safe place. You don't want to be near the edge of anything, have the baby near the edge, anything that can fall on the baby, whatever. Make sure you have control over your environment. If this was my first time, I'd probably even kick the cat off the bed, but she's pretty much familiar with us by now. So, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Again, let me just try to cover myself here. So you're just on all fours. You're gonna let the baby nurse. I should have did the other side. But basically, this is allowing gravity to help release that blocked duct. Because that's what you want. You want to expel whatever milk is stuck in there that's causing you pain and basically an infection. There you go, Mama. That's better. That's better. Somebody's so sleepy. So this is, sorry, I just had to switch positions because I was like, did not think that through very well, and that was not a good angle because all you can see is my arm. You have no idea what I'm doing. So again, you're on all fours, letting gravity do the work, and that way, you know, basically gravity is pulling things down, and the baby is helping, trying to release what is blocked. You're sleepy. Gonna go down for a nap soon, huh? You want the other one. Okay. Alright, so let me just put this one away. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to basically show, basically, just for the point of the video, but unfortunately my nursling is actually genuinely tired. So, actually I think she just fell asleep. So I'm going to go ahead and nurse her to sleep, and then I will come back and basically finish the rest of the video. Actually, her latch doesn't look like it's a good latch, so I'm going to unlatch her and have her open nice and big. Here. And sometimes, I think I said this in my other video, but you can just take a clean finger and just flip that top lip up a little bit. There we go, that's so much better. Yeah, you don't want to hurt your mama. You don't want to hurt mama. So after I had taken that hot shower and did the heating pad, my midwife finally called me back as I was nursing her. She basically suggested that I stop doing anything that included heat. She said I could be making the issue worse. I felt like it helped more than the cold stuff. When she called me back, she said that all of my symptoms were literally textbook mastitis. She said at that point that she was going to prescribe me something. However, I am allergic to the regular medication. I believe it was penicillin. She later called me back and prescribed me Cleocin. So if all else fails, basically another thing that you can do is have your partner try. Now, this depends because some partners are completely disgusted by the thought of breast milk or even a lactating woman. I have no idea why. We are like superheroes that have like this superpower. She is 8 months old and she is alive to this day only because of my biological superpower of being a woman and being able to, thank God, produce breast milk. She has not had any solids yet. We've tried a couple times, but even with the smallest, mushiest things, she just chokes on it. So she's just not ready. And we don't want to force it on her. So yes, these things are the only things keeping her alive, and I am so grateful. But that being said, you know, some partners simply aren't comfortable. But if your partner is comfortable, you know, helping you out, especially in a time of desperation like that, I mean, it's like, do I want an ER bill, or do I want to possibly give my significant other the chance of maybe helping her out and helping unblock it to relieve at least a little bit so that we don't have to have this expensive hospital bill, or even just to get her out of pain regardless as whether or not she has to go and be seen or not. So if your partner wants to, as long as their mouth is clean and whatnot, then I don't see the problem, you know, just trying to help out. I would definitely do it on all fours, just again to try to have gravity help out. When you have a situation like that, you just want to be out of pain. It's excruciating and it sucks. There's no nice way to say it. It really does suck. So again, with massaging it out, what you can do is you can try to do basically gentle, small circles. I would even go even a little bit above the block. So go ahead, start above, and then just basically massage your way down towards the tip, towards the nipple, in small, gentle circles. Another option that I did not know about until recently is on Amazon. It is called Now Sunflower Lecithin. I am going to go ahead and link it somewhere in the bio, but I definitely have that on hand now, just in case. A lot of women swear by that it really, really helps them. And then another thing that you would just never think of is to get your vibrator. What? Yes. So basically, again, be gentle. And again, if you're one of those people, you know, play it trial and error, okay? Play it ear by ear, however you want to say it. So if you're one of those people, try a little bit. If you feel like you're swelling up, stop. But basically, you would do the same thing. It would just basically assist with the massage. So make sure your vibrator is clean. You should be cleaning your vibrators regularly. Go ahead, whip out your Tracy's dog. Oops, sorry. I'm not sponsored by her, I'm just saying. Or him. I don't even know if it's a he or she. But I love my Tracy's dog. Whip out your thing. Make sure it's charged. I would use it on a lower setting though. We're not trying to take it to Pound Town here, okay? We're just trying to basically get out that clog because we are in so much pain. Yeah, and just, again, gentle circles. Start a little bit after the block. Work it out. So in the end, if I have any other tips that I can think of that helped me, I will go ahead and put them in the description of the video. I could also do a follow-up video in the future, but basically these are just some of the things that helped me. Again, please do not take them as medical advice. This is just me sharing my story. So I hope that nobody has to ever experience mastitis. Don't get me wrong, it is not the worst thing in the world, but it does suck. And you do get over it. So just basically rest up, take your antibiotic if you're prescribed them, try some of the tricks that your provider tells you, or whatever feels comfortable to you. And hopefully, you know, you can be relieved of your discomfort and pain soon, and the infection will go away. So Her face is a little red now because she's sleeping and nursing. But this is Sandy Fame, and thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done it yet, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate all of your support. If there's any videos that you guys want to see or want to learn, whether it be something related to nursing, or you're stuck on something, having trouble with latching, or even something as far as pregnancy, motherhood, being a wife, home stuff, immigration. I know a lot about immigration. I am bilingual. If you need to learn stuff in Spanish, or si hablas español y quieres aprender inglés, pues también yo te ayudo. No pasa nada. Estoy aquí para ayudar. I'm here to help everybody. I love to help. So thank you guys so much for watching. Gracias por mirar este video. Shukriya. Teshekore dere. Grazie. I so know more than that. Afaristor, isn't that thank you? I can't remember. Terima kasih. Sama-sama. I love learning languages. I'm a nerd. But yeah, anything else? Let me know. Drop it down. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.